Good afternoon, and welcome back to the saga of the greatest patent story ever told. For the benefit of viewers, and in summary, the substantive issues covered in past episodes are: first, the sabotage of IVUIT patents, allegedly by those persons with the most to gain, namely Dr. Kenneth Rubenstein, the MPEG patent evaluator and partner in Proskauer Rose LLP, and for the benefit of MPEG LA and Proskauer. Second, that the confidential IVUIT disclosures had been proliferated across a right array of potential licensees who conduct the unauthorized use of IVUIT techniques in reckless disregard for the executed NDAs and contracts they swore to be bound by, and allegedly prompted by Rubenstein and Proskauer. And third, the final step, the corporate shell game that involved multiple unauthorized and similarly named corporate formations, unauthorized stock swaps, and unauthorized asset transfers that resulted in the core patent applications ultimately assigned to an entity that may have only one shareholder. However, before we continue, again, I've been asked to qualify this episode in its entirety as prior management, Brian Utley, Michael Reel, and Raymond Hirsch allegedly, with instructions from Wheeler and Proskauer, destroyed much of the corporate record. And even those documents that remain may have suffered frauds similar to those of the company's patent applications. And lastly, while much of the information contained herein has been supplied by the United States Patent and Trademark Office, that information may have been frauded as well. These matters are that hot. As such, what follows is a depiction of the grand finale of Christopher C. Wheeler's disingenuous scheme. Looking back to episode 5, we had come up to the point at the end of the year 1999 where Wheeler has founder stock and individual investors in his previously formed UView, with Huizinga's seed investment hanging in limbo, and with patent applications strung along 3 other entities: IVUIT LLC, and the recently formed IVUIT Holdings Inc. and IVUIT.com Inc. Obviously, no one benefits here. So as such, Wheeler tries his hand at a little financial engineering. First off, the newly formed holdings and IVUIT.com Inc. enter into an unauthorized asset for stock swap, with the result that the international counterparts of the IVUIT core inventions are now owned by Holdings. Second, the newly formed Holdings enters into another unauthorized asset for stock swap, this time with the mystery company, IVUIT LLC, with the result that the IVUIT core inventions, the U.S. filings, are now joined with their international counterparts and are now owned by Holdings. So far, so good, you may say. However, what occurs next will go down in the annals of business as one of the greatest scams in the history of corporate crime. It's better than WorldCom. It beats the pants off of Enron. It dwarfs Arthur Andersen and literally relegates today's stock option scandals to irrelevancy, whereby on January 12th, 2000 at 9 a.m., Wheeler changes the name of the asset-rich holdings to iView Technologies and proceeds to change the name of the former UView to iView Holdings at 9:01 a.m. Barren. And I ask you, yet again, what is wrong with this picture? Not only what is wrong, but who are the shareholders of this newly asset-rich iView Technologies? Is it the founders? No. Is it the individual investors, the angel of iView? No. Is it the seed investor, Huizinga Holdings? No. Is it the Round A investor, Crossbow Ventures, the largest VC firm in the Southeast, headed by the former Merrill Lynch Capital Partners leader, Stephen J. Warner, which leverages investment by the United States Small Business Administration? The single stock certificate receipt in the corporate books of iView Technologies, Inc., a Delaware C corporation, is in the name of none other than Proskauer Rose, LLP, perhaps with a view towards walking the Backbone Technologies out the back door and resurrecting them at some point in the future. And incidentally, when a Big Six accounting firm was conducting an audit of iView later that year, and they asked for proof of any ownership interest of holdings in iView Technologies, they were summarily fired within 30 days. Lastly, does it seem too far-fetched when you surf iView TV, where it includes house break-ins, death threats, car bombings, and wrongful evictions? Recall from our prior discussion about MPEG, it's a $1 trillion business. I view it as a competitor to MPEG LA. Therefore, it's a potential $1 trillion business. I further submit that I had been a victim as well, where every file on my former iView machines were changed from the original data creation to on or about August 25th, 2003, a time in which I was on a business trip to Florida and meeting with the Boca Raton Police Department to discuss these matters. Looking at the picture as a whole, you may agree that, as I had many times termed it, invention stealing is the world's second oldest profession. Only this time, as Jack Nicholson has termed it, they fucked with the wrong Marines. Thank you.